I'm Dr. Mac Adkins, founder and Chief Academic Officer for SmarterServices. I'm glad that you're evaluating the proctoring options that your school provides. In this blog, we will consider why it is not optimal to exclusively use automated proctoring. First, let me say that automated virtual proctoring is great. The e-learning programs at many institutions would not have been able to maintain academic integrity, especially early on in the pandemic, without it. Automated virtual proctoring is highly scalable. It allows students to take a proctored exam at any time of the day with no advanced scheduling. It is also very cost efficient because a human proctor is not having to be paid to monitor the exam. Also, when students know that all of their testing activity is being recorded and analyzed by artificial intelligence, this serves as a desired deterrent to cheating. After a holiday, my bathroom scale often reminds me that you truly can have too much of a good thing. Well, this begs the question of whether or not you can have too much of a good thing with automated virtual proctoring. Is it advisable for a school to exclusively use automated proctoring? Personally, I've been an online faculty member for the past 24 years for 4 different institutions. Professionally, I'm a leader of SmarterServices, which serves hundreds of institutions and has administered and proctored exams to millions of students. This experience has qualified and prompted me to conclude that it is not advisable for a school to offer only one proctoring modality choice to its students. Why do I feel that schools should offer more than one proctoring modality to students? Well, because both students and faculty have concerns and needs. Let's think about it first from the student's perspective. A common student concern is privacy and security of their computing and testing environment. Students have concerns about running software on their computing device that controls and gives access to the device. They are concerned when software can lock down browsing and computing functions such as cutting and pasting or printing. They have fears when the software accesses their webcam during the exam. They wonder about how can they be sure that it is not accessing the webcam after the exam. Students also have issues in that they are typically required to do a room scan, which exposes and makes a recording of their private environment. It is also troubling that they are typically required to show their official ID card, which contains sensitive information such as their address. There is also apprehension about the potential for racial bias of automated technologies. It has been documented that facial recognition technologies are not as accurate when monitoring persons of color. Religious bias could also be present if individuals are required to remove aspects of their religious garb. Socioeconomic bias can exist when persons living in poverty do not have the needed access to computing devices and internet connectivity. Finally, many students simply don't like to be told what to do. When they are only given one choice of a proctoring modality, they may feel defenseless and disempowered. Many learners, due to physical or emotional impairment, have needs for testing accommodations that cannot easily be granted fully via automated virtual proctoring. Visually impaired learners may require screen readers or other assistive devices that may not function properly in a locked-down computing environment. Many students are also distracted by the fact that they are being constantly monitored and recorded. Neurodiverse learners may experience heightened levels of anxiety that impairs their ability to appropriately demonstrate their level of content knowledge on the exam. Faculty members also have needs and concerns. Their first need is for a variety of proctoring modalities to best fit the rigor of the exam. Some exams, such as chapter quizzes, are of lower stakes than others, such as final exams. The nature of the proctoring modality should be determined by the nature of the exam. Many faculty are fine with using automated virtual proctoring for lower stakes exams, but for higher stakes tests, they desire a proctoring modality with a higher deterrent level, such as live virtual proctoring or local face-to-face proctoring. Faculty are often concerned and overwhelmed with the volume of false positives that may be triggered by automated virtual proctoring. Innocent events, such as a child walking into the room where a parent is testing, or the sound of a voice from a television in an adjacent room, can be flagged as testing anomalies and may prompt a review by faculty. This process of reviewing multiple flags, many of which are not academic integrity violations, is time-consuming and frustrating for faculty. So what should an institution do? Schools need the scalability, efficiency, affordability, and the deterrent of automated virtual proctoring. But how can they address the needs and concerns such as privacy, security, bias, choice, accommodations and accessibility, exam rigor, false positives, and review time? The optimal solution is to utilize a multimodal proctoring platform that gives faculty and students choices of multiple proctoring modality options. SmarterProctoring is the only proctoring platform that provides 3 face-to-face, 3 virtual, and 1 hybrid proctoring modality. This range of modalities addresses many of the stated concerns and needs. Instead of forcing students to use automated virtual proctoring, when they have concerns with privacy, security, or bias associated with virtual proctoring, and you then give them easily accessible face-to-face proctoring options, then their concerns are alleviated. When faculty can base their proctoring modality on the rigor of the exam, plus have their review time eliminated or decreased via other modalities, this then addresses their concerns. Reach out to us today and allow us to demonstrate to you why the multimodal proctoring platform of SmarterProctoring is superior to using virtual proctoring alone.